Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel.
Hi everybody.
Hi Herb. Hi Steve. Hi John S. Hi Chris. Well, today I'm going to be scrolling my very first pattern, and it's the Dementor. Did I say it right?
Yeah, the Dementor from Harry Potter.
Yeah, from Harry Potter. And my guests today are John C. from What If I Could Scroll, and
Hello, everybody.
Billy Burt, the Messy Studio.
Or the Messy Scroller. Hello everybody.
So anyway, I'm going to just set up the scroller.
The scroll saw.
Yeah.
That thing.
You corrected me already.
You mean it's not set up yet? It doesn't have its own
No, I
spot
was
yet?
too busy talking to you.
I need to set up the scroller. Sorry.
Set up yet. Oh my God.
I thought you were going to have that set up already.
Oh well.
Oh well.
I'm surprised she doesn't have it up on its own rollable table yet.
She doesn't want to spend that kind of money yet. She might decide she don't like it after she does this for a little bit. But I like it. I enjoy it. It's fun to me. But
It's relaxing.
I like working with wood. You know, it's just what I do. I've always enjoyed woodworking.
Okay.
I'm really happy with how that dragon came out too after I dyed it.
Yeah, it looks really awesome. I like it.
Yeah, it's
Thanks.
amazing. Okay,
I'm not gonna use a rustic frame on it like I did the other two. I'm using the baby bed rails that I'm using to frame this one are
Hey,
actually
Shay.
natural blonde. Hey Shay. And I'm just gonna sand them and leave them natural because the rest of the piece is dark.
Did you say natural blonde?
No, I said it's a blonde wood. It's natural wood. There's no stain on it, so I'm gonna leave it natural.
The thing is that in the picture, there's like little wispy.
We can't see it.
Oh my God! Okay. I'm waiting.
Okay,
No, I thought you were gonna go. I thought you were gonna go. Zoom. As if I did that. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, see in the wood here, there's in the picture,
Uh-huh.
there's like it doesn't just go straight up. It goes
The
like
wispies?
it goes like
Wispies.
that, and then
Yeah.
yeah. So should I start like here and then?
Well, do the wispies the same way. If you're going to leave the wispies, do
Yeah.
the wispies the same way I drew that cutting pattern to show you. Do the wispies the exact same way. Come in one side, back up, take out the other side.
Okay.
That way you got a nice point there and you're not having to spin the wood.
I'm nervous now. Maybe this was a harder one than I thought.
Oh, you'll be fine.
The thing's moving again. Should I put like glue stick under it?
What thing's moving again?
I'm just
Her
worried.
press
Look,
and
it's
seal
like,
because she
Good.
didn't prep her wood properly
I know.
the way we all explained to her how to do it. So
what do you mean I know?
I only have
I
80
did
grit
it
sandpaper.
twice, too.
I told you if it didn't stick the second time, just spray glue it.
Maybe I should just put the glue stick on it. Do you think that'll help?
yeah, sure, it'll work. Shay'll be like, "Yeah, use a glue stick. Use a glue stick."
Shaylee said, "I hate press and seal."
I Hang on a second here.
I've not had a problem with it. It sticks just fine for me.
I'm just going to move the camera for a sec because I have to look for the
Now, if you want, you can go to Dollarama or Dollar Tree and buy a box of glue sticks.
Yeah. Oh, I got a big one. It's good.
A what?
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it.
Okay. Good thing that I cleaned the drawer earlier, or I wouldn't have found that.
Yeah. You mean the drawer you hid everything in earlier? That you also hid the scissors in?
Yeah. Well, I had to find the craft knife, and it was in that drawer, and so I had to take everything out, but I found it. Is that enough glue, or should I put more?
I'm with you, John. I hear you.
What?
Oh, Mr. Meadows in the chat.
Russ?
Oh, now I can move the thing up higher. Should I do that?
That's your call. Put it where you want it.
Well, John said to put it closer to the edge. Yeah, glue sticks work way better.
Herb said she has a big one.
Oh, great.
Was I not supposed to read that?
No, I don't care.
Creating it myself is in the room.
Tammy.
Hello, everyone.
Tammy.
Ready for the action, Robin?
Hello, Poppy. Mervin, how are you?
Mervin's here. Larry just popped
Larry.
in. Hey, Larry.
Hi, Mervin. Hi, Larry. Hi, LaPortia.
Hi, who?
Who?
LaPortia?
LaPortia? That's
LaPortia.
creating it myself. Just LaPortia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lila Styles is
Hi,
in.
LaPortia. Hello, Lila.
She says she's a big fan. I've never heard of her.
I don't know who it is
Right
either.
here. Oh, she's a fan of Robin's, apparently.
She's a big fan of Robin's, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thanks.
Chris Nealon is
Can you
in?
see? Yeah.
Or was he already?
He was already here.
Sorry, Chris. You got 15 people watching.
Woo.
Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, folks. She needs all the love she can get.
Not too tight, right? So I can move the thing.
That's what she said. This show's going to be so bad.
I know.
Okay.
You know what? This is actually why Shay stopped doing her shows most of the time. Isn't it, Shay? This is why he stopped doing them, because of all the innuendos. Double entendres.
Well, Shaylee and Robin can't help it. They open themselves up to it.
I know.
And the rest of us just pile on. It's just one of those things. You just got to get used to it, Shaylee. We all love you. And Robin just loves it, so it doesn't matter. All right, you're going to go big and make me and John small, right?
No.
Yeah, you
What do you mean no?
You should.
They can't see what you're doing if you don't.
I don't like being big.
Lila says she aspires to be just like you when she grows up.
I feel like that's Jerry. For some reason. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go. Wait.
Hit it.
Okay. I'm a little nervous, but.
There's nothing to be nervous about. Just take your time and go slow. You don't have to be in a hurry. Mervin said if we didn't love them, we wouldn't be here watching. I agree, Mervin.
All right, Mervin, tell me what else you'd be doing right now if the show wasn't live.
I'd be catching up on my YouTube. That's what I'd be doing. I'm like 3 weeks behind.
Well, about an hour ago, I was watching four creator shows all at the same time. There was some DIY collab on, and Annie was on first, and then Sarah was on, and Ellie was on, and
Oh, wow.
Monette was on, and it was like they're all on at the same time, and then Tiffany had a video on at the same time.
So once I go up, then I go back down, right? That's what you said?
Yeah, just go all the way in with your first cut, then back up,
Okay.
and then make the cut over to the other side and cut up there. You don't have to back all the way out, but you can. Won't hurt anything.
But how do I get like in between?
I told you. Look at the diagram. Make your first cut in up to the point, and then instead of the way I've got it drawn on the diagram with those little wispies, make your second cut in on the opposite side and go up to the point where you've already cut, and that'll just knock that piece of wood out.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
That's the way I would do it on a bandsaw, and it's probably the easiest way for you.
Lifting.
It's what?
Her pattern's lifting.
The pattern's lifting. Well, try to keep your fingers a little closer to it and hold it down. I guess that glue stick ain't working so good.
Well, part of the problem too is that she peeled her pattern off and then she put it back on.
Mm-hmm.
But she sanded in the meantime, and I'm like, well, do you have a tack cloth? Do you know?
She didn't have a tack cloth. She used a t-shirt.
No, I used a towel.
Oh, a towel. Sorry.
Yeah, you were paying attention.
Apparently not.
But I appreciate the drawing.
Oh, you're welcome. Try to keep your fingers up close to where you're cutting. We got 12 people watching, 9 thumbs up.
One piece out. Woohoo! Okay.
Hey, that's a great job.
That's an awesome start.
Yeah.
Where's the craft knife thing? Oh wait, no. Yes.
Should be in your,
I just had it. Oh no, it's here.
it should be in your pencil holder.
I put everything in there. Okay. I kept it out.
There you go. See.
How do I get through life without you guys? I need you in my everyday life. I'll be texting you every 5 minutes.
I thought we already were in our everyday life, John.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I'm gonna do there next.
Is
that okay?
Yeah, you're the one scrolling it. You decide where you want to cut. Just do all those little wispy pointy cuts the same way and you'll be just fine.
Hey, Connie.
Shaylee said Brian has her phone and is watching Robin. Brian is Shay's husband.
Thank you, Brian.
Hello, Connie.
Yeah, we're getting all set up in Robin's live here, and then Connie's video come on. I'm like, oh, Connie's got a video on. We gotta go watch it. She says, no, I can't right now.
What?
And then we missed it.
You're a liar.
But we're gonna watch it after.
We'll watch it in a minute.
It went, but I missed the premiere.
I'm like, yeah, it was on 7 minutes ago, and it was over already. So
I'm good, Connie. Thank you. How are you?
it'd be better if I went and watched her video.
Thanks. You mean right now?
Yeah.
LaPortia said, what is the difference between a scroll saw and a jigsaw? The simple answer, LaPortia, is a scroll saw, they both blades go up and down, completely vertical. The scroll saw uses a thinner blade, and you can cut finer circles and spirals with it. With a jigsaw, it's handheld. It's not on a bench like a scroll saw. A scroll saw will be bench mounted. A jigsaw is handheld, and it's for making, usually for making rougher cuts. However, if you're really good with it and you've got good blades in it and it's a good quality with a roller backer behind the blade, you can actually do some pretty fine work with a jigsaw. Again, if it's a good one and you're using good blades. I hope that helped answer your question.
But originally, a scroll saw was called a jigsaw.
Yes.
Which I know doesn't help at all.
Yeah, jigsaws are also called saber saws.
Yes.
So,
not to be confused with a
Because
reciprocating saw.
right, because on a scroll saw, the blade is held in two arms, one at each end, and it goes like this. With a jigsaw or a saber saw, the blade is rather saber shaped and is only attached at one end. You're right, Mervyn. Spiral blades probably would help her a lot.
But like Faye says, you get to learn straight blade first.
Yes.
Thing.
What?
It's lifting.
Lifting.
Oh, well, just keep your fingers as close as you can and hold it down. Connie said she needs to look and see if she has some spiral blades. It depends on Connie, it depends on how old your scroll saw is and what kind it is. Some scroll saws will only take pinned blades, the blades that have the pin on each end. And those, they don't make a pin spiral. At least not one I've ever seen. But you might be able to put an adapter on your saw that will take spiral blades.
A flat end.
Olson makes one. Do what?
A flat end of blades.
Yeah, the flat ended blades. I'm sorry. Olson makes one that might fit. You'll just have to look and see. They're kind of a pain to work with, I've heard. I haven't tried one. But it's better than being stuck with pin end blades. I'm breaking up?
Yeah.
Was I breaking up, John?
No, you were fine.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it's me.
Yeah, I can see John real clear,
Can you see
and
the?
and you're a little pixelated, but it's okay. Okay, now I'm gonna puke.
Wait a second. I just. Oh my god! I want it to be closer.
We're back where we were.
Wait, sorry. I
okay.
got an idea.
You gonna move the table?
Yeah. Chat amongst yourselves while I get ready here.
She says her
Roger
scroll
that.
saw is almost as old as you.
Yeah, her Connie's scroll saw is 32 years old.
And Shay's 33.
No, I said Connie's scroll saw is 32 years old. Oh, and Shay is 33?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I can't remember how old Shay is, but I'm thinking she's probably a little older than that because she is a grandmother.
Girls don't want people saying their age.
I said a little. Shay said, LOL, I wish.
Is that better?
Yeah, looks good.
Hopefully I don't knock it over. Okay.
That's good, Connie. Why'd you quit? Hello, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Nancy said, I don't mind telling my age. I'm 52.
Wow, that's where I am, Nancy.
You're so mean. I'm ignoring the paper.
Yeah, my oldest is 45, Connie. She said her daughter turned 39 last week. The good thing about that bamboo cutting board you're using is that it should be very stable. So you won't have any, you shouldn't have much tear out, and you won't have any voids in it anywhere at all. So that's actually not a bad stuff to be cutting, I don't think, for your first time.
Should I be tightening it every time or just leave it loose and then move it?
Well,
It depends on how tight your blade is.
Yeah, if it's working for you. Well, she's talking about the foot.
No, I mean this, yeah.
No, that should be fine.
Okay.
Steve Nealon said, if you want to know Billy's age, just date the Earth and add 7 years.
Evening, Mark Lindsay.
Hello, Mark. Connie says, well, boutiques started closing and it was harder to find places to sell my stuff and life got hard. I understand. Now we have the internet we can sell on. When you raise that up, you can stick your hand back there and take that out without.
Well, and by the way, those pieces, you can just switch those away with your hand.
Did
Did
you told me to use that.
No. What I was
No.
what I was talking about was when you're doing your cuts and you turn your saw off, you can get your little pieces out just by sticking your blade in the little
Oh,
piece and then
Yeah.
pulling that piece of wood
Just
out of there.
stab the little piece with it and pull it out of the hole. And you need to tighten that up
yeah.
before you put the lid on. Screw it down.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to keep having that problem. All right. There you go.
Boy, what would I do without you? You don't want to know. It'd be really bad. Okay.
Connie said, he's pretty close to my husband's age. Who, me?
Yeah.
Mark said, wash hands. I am 66 as of July. I meant to ask you, Robin, you still got that small blade in from last time?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, yeah, I am. I'm just barely older than Connie's husband. I'm sorry to hear that, Nancy. She said she's having trouble selling her stuff. My website's not doing great. I mean, I sell an occasional bowl or snowman, but so far I'm satisfied. It takes time to build up traffic. I was doing fairly well off of my old website, but I let it die because I wasn't doing anything after I moved back to Texas from Ohio, and it was a waste of money. But once I started turning again, all that changed. Oh, Mark said, I thought that was a waving hand. Don't get old. It ain't for kids. Then he said, they're going to wait till Billy dies, then cut him in half and count the rings. Pretty much.
Larry says that's why he makes it, gives it to family and friends. If you can make someone happy with it, it's worth it.
Sure.
Which is true.
It's very true.
All right, I'm going to go inside for a sec. We'll be right back.
Okay. It is possible to make a living woodworking, but it's hard work, long hours, and at least 6 days a week. And I'm retired, so I don't want to do that.
I got it.
Looking good.
How would you have my glasses?
Mark said, I'm with you, Larry. No way I can afford to buy gifts for 5 kids and 6 grandkids. 5 kids and 15 grandkids and 2 great grandkids for me, Mark. That's why we start buying usually at the beginning of the year. We go to the Christmas sales and buy next year's Christmas gifts.
Yeah, but what if they want something else?
Oh, and we get stuff throughout the year when they're on sale. Well, that's what parents are for.
I've done that too, but I stopped doing it because
Mark said, shush, Billy, don't encourage them to have more.
Would it be bad if I took that little piece off?
Let me put it so I can see it. Are you gonna do any more cutting there?
Well, I'm gonna cut like here and then here, so I don't really need that.
Make those cuts now, and then it'll go away. Cut the part that's sticking up off if it's bugging you. Just take a pair of scissors and cut it off.
Scissors?
Yes, scissors.
Can I use the craft knife?
Connie said, yes, you can use a craft knife. Mark said, I'm grandpa. I give them what they want. Oh, I give them what I want them to have. Yeah, I'm with you. Larry said, it's the gift. It's the gift, it's the thought behind it that counts, right? It's not the gift, it's the thought behind it that counts. You're right, Larry. And Connie said, we buy stuff during the year as well. Yeah, well, when you're retired and have that many to buy for, you do what you can.
Mervin says 6 kids, 14 grandkids, 9 great grandchildren. That's what 70 will get you.
I'm only 4 behind you. 4 years, that is. Larry, she's cutting a Dementor from Harry Potter. And Mark said she's making a mess. She's doing that too. Portia said, with all the small cuts she has to make, will the bamboo splinter? No. Would it be easier to just do the basic outline and maybe wood burn the accents of the cloak or rags the Dementor wears? It could, La Portia, but because of that bamboo it's an engineered product. It's not just bamboo that's been glued together. It's been impregnated with resin, so it's basically it's plasticized. It's the same kind of stuff that they'd use in bamboo floors, and it's very, very durable. Go ahead.
But what she could do is, if she really wanted to, and if she had some dragon's breath, she could put dragon's breath on the outside of that. That would look cool too.
Oh yeah,
and then heat it. Send me some.
Yeah, but she's closer to you than she is to me.
Mark said, I didn't say that, Billy. Check again. What? I'm grandpa. I give them what I want them to have. Yeah. That's what you said.
Oh, and since
no,
everybody
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Mark said, wait, pregnant bamboo? No. It's been impregnated with resin. All right, John, go ahead.
Well, since everybody eats on John's show, guess what John's going to do?
What's John going to do?
I'm going to eat on Robin's show.
Oh. I hide when I eat on your show, but I don't care if you want to eat. I don't want to get in trouble.
I can't help it that you go live when it's dinner time, John. It's not my fault. Oh, you said I said she was making a mess. Yeah. Oh, that was Steve. I said, Mark. I'm sorry, Mark. You didn't say that. Steve Nealon said that. That explains Steve's remarks. LOL, smart. Yeah, I got it. I'm an idiot. Mark said pregnant equals impregnated.
Unbelievable.
And Mervin's laughing at you, John. Mark said, totally believable. Larry said, what is she cutting out for her first project? I thought I answered that a while ago, Larry.
Yep,
She's
it's a Harry
cutting
Potter
up.
Dementor.
She's cutting a Dementor from Harry Potter.
I feel like I'm not going to be able to get out. Like there's some intricate lines there. Should I wait till the end to try and do that?
You can, or you can not do them. It's your choice. You're the scroller. You make the call on what you cut and what you don't. It's all right, Larry. If there are lines in the pattern that you don't like, don't cut them. Mark said it'll take some getting used to. Mark also said, looks like she's taken to it, though. Yes, it does. And one way is Devin. Is that right?
So.
No, Ray.
Ray. I'm sorry, Ray. Hello, Ray. So Ray's in.
Mary Schultz just came in.
Hello, Mary. And LaPortia said you can always use paint for the tiny accent, Robin. Don't say paint. Don't say paint around John when it comes to wood, LaPortia. You can use stain or dye, but never paint.
It's the P word.
Yeah. Well, and I painted the background piece for my snowman and teddy bear. John didn't chastise me too bad for that. Just a little.
Yeah, and we had to watch you.
Only for one of them. Ray said, you're looking like a pro, Robin.
Thanks.
And LaPortia said, sorry, John, stain, dye, or wood burn it.
That's all right, LaPortia. It's okay. I understand the mind of a crafter. It's fine.
What are you eating, John?
Oh, sorry, I got taquitos and deep fried spring rolls.
Oh, cool. Connie said she paints on wood. Mark said he cheats on tiny details that need highlighting. I use a Sharpie. I use, believe it or not, Mark, when I do my snowmen, I use Sharpies to color the nose, and because I'll do it orange like a carrot. And I use a black Sharpie to color pieces of bark to look like coal. Works great.
I'll cheat with Sharpie once in a while.
Mark says, I'm going to start a new series of painted projects.
He's going to CNC cut them all out first and paint them.
Connie said, I'm an artist and a crafter. I call myself I used to call myself a woodworker. And my wife says because of the way I do my snowmen, that kind of makes me a crafter. And I guess since the way I've colored my recent scrollings, that probably crafter too. So I just call myself a wood artist, and I'm done with it.
That's what I was going to say. It's more like a wood artist.
Yep. So, and that's what my business cards say. Wood artist. if you really want to ebonize something and make it really, really black, I mean true black, use India ink. That's the only black I use if I want to make an ebonized finial for a box or something that I've turned or a holoform, I use India ink. You're not going to get any blacker than that.
Mark says, that's snowman technician. Ray says, can this tool be used to cut other materials in wood? Yes, it can. I've cut so many materials on my scroll saw, my videos. It's unbelievable. You can cut wood, plastic, veneer, masonite, hardboard, softboard, bristleboard, packs of paper, pads of paper, plastic, brass, aluminum, pizza pans, shells. I'm trying to think of everything I've cut. A lot of stuff.
We missed a comment from LaPortia. She said, well, if it's basically plastic, she could paint it.
Semantics, people. Semantics.
What about the oven stove cover thing? Can you cut those?
Okay, Robin, the problem with doing a live when you're scrolling is you have to stop scrolling when you're talking.
Because we can't hear you.
Stop.
Okay, so ask your question when you make that, after you make the cut. Okay, now ask.
Can you, sakes, why does that always fall off?
What's falling off?
The dust catcher.
Her dust catcher thing.
Oh.
Anyway, can you scroll those stove cover things? You know, those things you put on top of the stove?
The metal ones?
Not if they're steel.
Like just
unless you, yes, you can. If you get, do they make blades for cutting steel, or you just have to use diamond?
I don't think it's steel though, like the one from the Dollar Tree.
They're basically tin.
Yeah.
You can cut them, but you're gonna want to cut them upside down, like in reverse, so that the flat side is down.
Mark said stainless steel dragonflies. Ray said, I don't know what half of you just named John, but I believe you.
He ran them off pretty good.
Oh, I don't know I don't know half of what you just named, John, but I believe you. Yeah, okay. I got it now. Connie said, in my video tomorrow, I'll be painting on wood. Chris said, you can cut anything but your finger on a scroll saw. Actually, Robin's sister-in-law cut the tip of her finger off on a scroll saw. And I'm still trying to figure out how that happened, because you almost have to do that on purpose.
That takes a lot of force and a lot of willpower.
Yeah. It wasn't much. I mean, just the very fingertip, but still.
Yeah.
Of course, you said, Robin, you're going to get so good, you'll be able to make Hogwarts Castle with your saw.
I don't think so.
Self-confidence, Robin, self-confidence. No negative self-talk. We've talked about this.
The thing fell off again.
Yeah. Well, twist it harder.
Just leave it off.
But won't all the stuff come on me?
Shut up, Billy.
It wouldn't be any worse. It wouldn't be any worse than a facial video.
Oh my god.
So, just basically,
okay,
Robin, do you have a shop vac or a vacuum with a hose on it?
Yeah.
That'll allows you to come off, like, will the hose come off of it, like a filter queen?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, if you do, then just put that on the front of it. That way, it'll just go right on the floor. Actually, you can put that on the front and run it right into a garbage can.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Well, I'm not doing it right now, but
Okay.
I'll just deal with it.
Yeah, just let
Mary
it go on the
said-
floor.
Mary asked what she's making. Mary, she's cutting a Dementor from Harry Potter. Dementor, made of
John knows how to say it.
Connie said, LOL, sawdust always gets on you. Surprisingly, Connie, I have mine. I've got my dust collector hooked up underneath mine, and I'm not getting any sawdust on me. I love it. But my whole shop is plumbed for dust collection. Mark said his video tomorrow will feature painting wood too. I'm painting my shop. I painted my shop. It was pretty much, I had to, Connie. Connie said I'm lucky. I've got an 800 square foot shop. It has to dust collection because of my asthma, and I can't take any chances. That's also why I built that huge air filtration unit. I keep the air in my shop as clean as possible. And I still use a dust mask when I'm sanding, even though dust collection is pulling that as well. When I'm sanding, I have a fan blowing behind me to keep it away from me, and my dust collection in front of me to pull it in. She said she understands. She just cleans up with her shop vac. Mark said, I won't get dust collection installed until next year. I'm old schooling it with a broom right now. Hey, that works. I mean, my dust collection doesn't get the shavings that come off the lathe. Those are all over me. It gets the fine stuff, but it doesn't get the shavings. I have to use a broom. I use a crane shovel and a chop I couldn't hear you, John.
My brooms have more sawdust on them because they just sit around, they hang around. I don't even use them at all. I should though.
You may need to turn your volume up a little.
I didn't even clean my room floor after the last time I used the scroll saw.
Do you have carpet on your floor or wood floor?
Wood.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It's easy. Nancy said, I use a mask when I'm sanding. Chronic bronchitis. Yep. Lathe? I think she meant lathe. Mark said, yeah, but if you're breathing in lathe shavings, your dust collector is not the issue. That is correct, Mark. I'm not breathing in lathe shavings. Those would be kind of hard to swallow, wouldn't they? Connie said she uses a mask as well. Yes. I love my RZ mask. Don't be fooled by the cheap knockoffs. Get the good one. Go with the RZ. And I am not sponsored.
I was thinking about getting an RZ mask, but I never knew anybody that actually had one.
I've got two of them. I love it. I wear one when I'm out mowing and doing yard work, and I wear one in my shop. You can get cheaper knockoffs out of China, and I know some people that use them, but I won't trust them. I use the RZ. That's the only one I'll go for. Again, my lungs, I'm going to take care of them.
Ray, why do I not like painted wood? It's more personal choice than anything else. But the thing is that wood has a natural beauty on its own. Because the thing is, if you're using real wood, you're going to use your project. You're going to pick out wood that has a nice grain, and you're going to want that grain to stand out. So all the projects I do is all Baltic birch or oak or something with a nice grain on it, and rather than paint over it, I want to make it stand out. So I use stains and waxes and lacquer to make the grain pop and stand out against the other layers that are behind it.
Right.
Because I think, honestly, everybody has their own opinion on it, but I think that if you're going to take a nice piece of furniture and paint it, yeah, might as well just go buy IKEA.
True. Mark said he stands outside with his back to the wind. That's not a bad deal either. Russ said, can barely hear y'all when Robin is cutting.
Oh, do you want me to turn my thing down?
Even me, Russ?
I'll turn it down.
The reason I might not could have heard you a while ago is because I may have bumped the volume on my headset, John.
Oh, okay.
But Russ said it's both of us. Say something so I can make sure I got my volume right.
Yeah, and now they don't talk. So in case anybody missed it, what I was saying
gotcha.
was, it's more personal choice that I do not like painted wood, because you're taking away from the grains and the natural beauty of the wood itself. Whereas if you're going to paint wood, you might as well just buy melamine or arborite or MDF that doesn't have a grain on it at all.
Right.
Or go buy IKEA furniture.
Right. Okay, Connie. Have a good night, dear.
Take care, Connie.
Robin says good night too.
See, and the thing is, with even with dark stains, even with an ebony or an ebonizing agent or a dark walnut on pine or Baltic birch, for example, it basically it makes the wood grain just pop in a lot of the patterns that we do and stuff, and it makes them just stand out more and adds more character to the piece you're doing.
Right. And if you don't mind the ambering effect that things like boiled linseed oil have, it will really make, if you've got any crap, if there's any figure in any of the grain, it will make it pop like crazy. Mark said paint has its place, but I'm mostly with John. I just like to bust his butt about it. And Chris Nealon said, no, never buy IKEA furniture.
IKEA is Swedish for buy it again.
I can't remember what it was. My wife bought something at IKEA, or was it my wife? I know my granddaughter did. And I'm like, oh my God. They just had to go to the IKEA store. You're doing good, Robin.
I just don't understand what it is with IKEA. Like, everybody's all like, "Oh, I can buy this now and I can assemble it for next to nothing." Yeah, and then 2 years down the road, you're replacing it anyway. So you might as well take a picture of it, try and build it yourself out of some actual real wood.
Right.
Have it match something else in your house, and make it last a lot longer.
Mark said IKEA equals I can't even assemble it.
Yeah. What's an Allen key?
Ray said, I'm checking out your channel now, and I can't wait to watch your wedding sign videos. Yeah, those came out really nice, Ray.
Yeah, I'm
That was
still
really cool.
I'm still working on them right now.
Chris said, that being said, I did buy a few pieces of kitchen fixtures from my shop. They were actually quite strong. Well, that's good.
Yeah. Hello,
Junker
Necker.
DIY is in. Says, way to go, Robin. Hello, Junker. Ray said, did Robin say how she's going to decorate this piece?
No,
She has not.
But she can right now.
Yes.
Junker Knicker is Lee.
Hi, Lee.
Hi, Lee. And I think I'm going to paint it all black.
What were we just discussing? You're gonna stain it. That's awesome.
They actually are black. But
yeah, I'm gonna color it. Color is black. I meant to say, but I want to put some detail in it because, like, I erased all here so I wouldn't have to print out all the have use up all my black ink. So it's got some detail in it. So I want to I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but anyway.
You might, after you get the finish, or if you don't have it all sanded off already, you could sand the finish off but get something finer than 80 grit that you used a while ago. And you could use graphite. You could use pencil to color it in and shade it, and use a black Sharpie for the darker details. Just saying. And Mark said, say it with Krylon, Robin. But if you color it all black, then you're not going to be able to get the details in unless you'd have to put those in maybe with a gray paint or something.
Yep.
Russ said ebony stain or India ink, same thing, except it will penetrate the.
It's fine, Robin. As a crafter, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to say you can't do it.
Mark says rattle, rattle, rattle.
I do have rattle cans. One's a glue can, and most of my other ones are lacquer sprays.
Mine are primers, largely, and lacquer. And no, I don't have that anymore. Chris Nealon said, no runs, no drips, no errors. The Johnny Bench.
The what?
That's the old Krylon. It's an old Krylon commercial. Johnny Bench used to do Krylon commercials. And he would spray this bench. And he'd say, look, no runs, no drips, no errors. And somebody coined that as the Johnny Bench.
Oh. I was watching this TikTok video the other day, and this guy, and I don't know why, he basically had like all these spray cans. I'm guessing he might have been a graffiti tagger. So he had all these spray cans, and he basically punctured them all, then took a can opener to the bottom and pulled all the marbles out. And he had this huge Crown Royal bag of marbles. I don't know why, but they were all from spray paint cans.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why he was collecting them.
Were they glass marbles?
Yep. Yep.
She is doing a great job from what I can tell.
She's doing an awesome job.
She really is. I'm just tickled to death.
Yeah, I'm thinking if she sands it down, and if she had a Dremel, she could put some cool contour detail into it too. But I would probably, if I was a crafter and I painted wood all the time, I would probably put a chalkboard paint on it first, and then use a black gloss to accent the robes and stuff, and then two red eyes.
Mm-hmm. Mark said Speedball and Blick make good inks. That would be good for that too. I think my India ink is Speedball, Mark. I bought a 32-ounce bottle of it because I use that much. A little goes a long way, so it'll last me a long time. But something else that's good for dyeing wood, if you don't want to buy the expensive wood dyes, that's Fiebing's leather dye. They do a great job on wood. Although with my recent scrollings with my dragon, the dyes that I used on that are just liquid RIT dye for clothes.
Yeah, like that's great. What I got. That's what I have.
And it's awesome, a whole lot cheaper. I can get that at Walmart for a couple of dollars a bottle. And then when I cut it, if I need to cut it or thin it, I'll use denatured alcohol. And it a little goes a long way, and it works great, and I haven't had any issues with it. And it's a whole lot cheaper than buying wood dyes.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, a whole lot cheaper. Larry said, I see to where people use airbrush are using inks for different things. Yeah, you can use fountain pen inks. They make them in so many different colors. You can use those in an airbrush. You can use any of these dyes in an airbrush. I haven't broken my airbrushes out. I've got 2 of them. I need to. If I'm going to be doing much of this scrolling stuff, because I can fade with my airbrush so much easier than I can fade with a hand brush or a piece of shop towel. Mark says
Procyon MX fabric dyes. He mentions those all the time when he's talking about his wife's dyes and stuff.
They're made for cellulose fibers like cotton, linen, hemp, cane, and wood. I'll look for that.
No, he said linen.
Oh,
linen. From Dharma Trading. Yeah. From the Dharma Corporation from Lost.
Okay, cool. I'll check it out. Thanks, Mark. So, all you crafters may be learning something. I hope. That's what we do this for. Larry said, Billy, when you break yours out, I hope you do. Oh, I will. I'll video it. Right now, I can't video anything. My desktop quit talking to my TV. I got to get that fixed. Yeah, I can't use my best cameras now because my TV says no signal. It's a brand new HDMI cable, and it was working fine, and it cut out on me yesterday while I was recording a video, and I can't get it to come back up. So I've ordered some stuff. I'm going to check it out and see if it maybe the video card in the desktop itself. It's built into the motherboard, but I can always put a aftermarket video card in it if I need to. But I need to find out if that's the problem first. So I've got an HDMI. I mean, I've got a standard VGA to HDMI cable coming Monday, and I'll or tomorrow, and I'll check it out and see if it's the HDMI port on the PC or if it's something else.
Yeah. Ray's asking, are you sure this is your first time? Robin, are you sure this is your first time doing this? You sure got the hang of it. Well, I know a couple. When was that? A couple days ago? Was that Wednesday, Thursday? When she unboxed her scroll saw.
Yes, something like that.
She did a couple quick little cuts, and then we're trying to get her to practice some more and stuff. Right. But when we get her more proficient using the flat blades, we're gonna change her over to spiral blades, and then she's gonna do some awesome stuff.
Really. LaPortia said, looking really good, Robin. And Mary said, I was just thinking how I love listening to you two. A wealth of knowledge.
Oh, we're full of it.
We're full of something.
We're full of lots of information on lots of subjects, on lots of topics.
Larry says, Robin's doing a great job. Yes, she is. Ray said, Billy, I'm definitely learning. I've just recently started doing wood projects. I do lots more glam and glass, but I'm enjoying working with wood. Good. I actually just hauled some wood yesterday. Outstanding. Mark says, will that little Ryobi take spiral blades? It's supposed to take pinless blades, Mark, so we're going to find out.
It does. It has a clamp system on it as well, like where so the way her Ryobi works right now is that there's a turn knob top and bottom for the pins to go, so the blade goes through, and the pin blade hooks on top and bottom, and basically without the pins it's just a regular clamp on there.
Oh, cool. And Shaylee said, yes, I put spirals in mine. Shaylee says there is no sound. Now, Robin is muted, Shaylee. Can you not hear me and John?
Yeah, she says weird. It's back.
Oh, wow.
That's odd. Maybe it's YouTube. Maybe it's YouTube.
Could be. Russ said he has sound. Well, no, Russ said he has sound.
Yeah, Mary. So, is any questions that you would like answered? Like there's a wealth of knowledge of information in the chat alone, between myself and Billy, and also Mark and Shay and Russ and Herb's still out there. Chris Nealon, Ray would even have some information as well on any subject. And even Larry. Larry's quite the scroller too.
Not happening, Russ.
Mm-hmm. Larry says his first project was a real challenge. I did a Steve Good Christmas ornament with Mama Deer and Baby Deer with 2 trees and a cloud. I wanted a challenge, but lucky they came out good. Yeah. Good. Actually, I have a picture of that, and he did he did a layered pattern of it, and he did copper in his middle layer of it, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So it actually kept the copper flat enough because he stack cut. So he stack cut two 1/4-inch pieces and then a piece of copper in the center.
In the middle, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And I will show everybody if I can.
Russ said one-handed typing while eating. Mark said Shay is a scroll saw wizard. She definitely is that. I mean, she's only been scrolling a year, and she is amazing. She really is. She's awesome. Awesome.
Oh yeah, it was so Larry's talking about his first one, but I'll show that deer one. They did that copper one as well.
And Mark said John ain't bad, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Sometimes you guys can see that. So there's one that Larry cut.
That's cool.
And like I said, so he stack cut that, and there's the copper one right beside it that he showed.
Oh, nice.
So done in a copper. It turned out really awesome.
That's wicked. But yeah, Shaylee does portraits and very, very detailed portraits, and she's just absolutely amazing.
Yes, Larry, I corrected myself. I guess I'll meet Larry's photos on my phone. You know what, Larry? I bet you if I scroll back far enough, I bet you I do have a picture of that too. Actually, I bet you the first picture you sent me was your cane.
Robin asked me earlier if it might be possible to scroll. A lot of the crafters use pictures of these old pickups and stuff because that's the hot thing right now. And she was asking me if she'd be able to scroll a pickup. And so I found her a 51 Ford pattern on Steve Good's site and sent it to her. So now she's got a pickup she can scroll. That'll be cool. Mark said Shaylee's portraits are freaking phenomenal. Yes, they are.
Well, I told Robin for her third project she's gonna be doing my hummingbird.
Wow.
Right.
That's ambitious.
You want to do that, don't you, Robin? For your third project, the hummingbird?
She's thumbs up in it. Well, you got to get spiral blades first. Mary Schultz said, awesome. I love the trucks. It's a cool looking truck too, Mary.
Oh, we know she can do it, Shay. We all have confidence in her. Oh, Larry, you painted it.
Oh no.
But it's okay. It was his first one. He's learned since then, though. So there's Larry's first project he did. There's his ornament, his deer ornament.
Oh, that's cool.
And he's come a long way too.
Yeah.
Especially with that music box he did a couple months ago.
Ray said, I'll have to check that out, Shay, or check you out, Shay. Yeah. Shaylee said she can do it.
What?
And
Shay's scrolling?
And she said, do you think you do what you think you can't and you'll surprise yourself? And she said, sorry, I'm slow. I'm scrolling. It's midnight scroll her, Mary.
Well, give me a second.
She doesn't. Oh, okay. She doesn't have too many videos out. She's got a few, but you'll find her on Instagram or on Facebook. Midnight Scroll Her, just like her name says right there.
Well, I do have a wrench. I will put up her website here in a second.
Thank you, kind sir. We got 16 people watching, 14 thumbs ups. That's good. If you have not hit the thumbs up, please take the time and do so now. LaPortia says, love the clean cuts. I've been using a Dremel 3500 to cut wood a little thinner than the bamboo. Yep, that'll work too. What are you humming, John?
Well, her page, her site's not loading up. See? That's why I did it.
Hey, Greg. That's Snow Crusher.
Oh, that's why. Because
is it a metric wrench? Greg says. Ray said, so since there's a lot of knowledge here, can I just cut curves like zoom, or no?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let my chat catch up a second here.
Mark says, I cut my logo with a Santa hat for a Christmas ornament. I'll send John a pic, but I painted it.
Guys.
You know, that's not a bad idea, Mark. I could do that too. I could put a Santa hat on my logo and scroll it.
Okay, here's Shaylee's website. It's inspired by Shaylee.com. And then her YouTube is the same. No, her YouTube is Midnight Scroll Her, I believe.
Yes, I believe it is as well. As is her Instagram. And you can find John all over the place at What If I Could Scroll. You can find me under The Messy Studio, The Messy Scroller, my website, themessystudio.net, or Billy A. Burt Sr. on Facebook, or Billy Burt Sr. on Facebook. I mean, since nobody asked.
And here is Shaylee's YouTube page. There you go.
Robin, are you saving the finger detail for last? Or are you not going to cut the finger detail?
I'll save it for last.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah.
You muted, but you unmuted.
Oh, thank
She's killing it, though.
She's making good time on that, actually.
Yeah, she really is. It looks like she's really getting the hang of it.
And there's my YouTube. And I'll throw my website up in here.
Ray said, oh, wow, Shay is a beast on the scroll saw. Yes, she is.
I also linked Billy and John in the description box too.
Oh, I could have just gone there for him.
Thank you, ma'am. You're a good egg. Mark said the ornament is double-sided, John. It's 3 layers.
So here's Mark Lindsay's Christmas logo.
Don't be looking at the screen and cutting at the same time, Robin. But she was like, but I want to see.
Yeah. Ah, she's all right. Yeah. So Shay's only Shay. Your anniversary was a week ago, wasn't it? That you've been scrolling for 1 year.
Yep. Was it a week ago or was it just a few days ago?
It's one or the other. So it's either less than 2 weeks. She's been scrolling for a year.
Mm-hmm. Mark said that was cut out of 16th inch Baltic birch plywood from the model airplane shop. I used to work with, speaking of model airplane shop, I used to work with 32nd, 16th, and 8th inch marine grade plywood for my radio controlled airplanes, firewalls and stuff, or surfaces that had to be pretty stiff. That's good stuff. It ain't cheap though.
I just sent a photo to Billy and to Mark because this is so us.
Like I said, they have small pieces of 3-ply Baltic birch all the way down to 64th of an inch. Yep.
You can't. The photo I just sent you and Mark just came up in my memories from Carrie a year ago. It's us. It's us to a T.
Mark said he says small pieces. They're like 12 by 12. That's correct, Mark. I hadn't got it yet, John.
Facebook Messenger. It'll be there right away.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, she's doing awesome on this. That's unbelievable.
That's pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
It's just ironic that it just came up in my memories too on Facebook.
Mark said, "Yep, that's us."
Shay, are you ready to go to your show? Are y'all got everything cut, ready to go to your show?
That's probably why she's working feverishly.
Yes, feverishly. Amongst everything else she's dealing with in her household too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what less than 2 weeks from now, isn't it?
Yep. Mervin says he's gonna get out of here. Have a great night.
All right,
great
Mervin.
job,
Have a good
Robin.
night.
Take care, Mervin.
Yep, Shaylee's going to the woodworking show in Houston, and is it next weekend or weekend after? Next weekend, my wife reminded me.
Oh.
And
Cutting right now. She leaves on
Thursday. She's leaving on Thursday. So I'm going. We're going to go stay with my daughter, and I'm going to go to that show as well. So you're going
to meet up with Shay then.
I will. I'm going to meet Shay, and I may meet Russ depending on when he's there.
Yeah.
Because he said he's planning on going too. All right, Greg.
And-
have a good night, dude.
And I
Greg
don't
says,
know
have
if,
a good evening and scroll on.
I don't know if Charles is still going or still has plans on going.
No clue.
But hey, when you guys are down there, you got to get pictures of, maybe Rebecca DeGroot will be there again. So
She might be. I don't
you
know.
got to say hey to her. Oh, you also got to see
She lives
Rosie.
there.
You also got to see Rosie Houston too.
Is she going to be there
Yep, she'll be there.
at a booth or something?
She should be either doing a demo or at the Craig booth,
Okay.
the Craig Fasteners booth.
I'll check it out. I'll be there the whole weekend, Russ. I'm going to pay for the whole weekend. It's what, $12-15? I don't know if I'll go every day or just Saturday. I haven't made up my mind yet. Russ said Charles is not going.
Oh.
You had a pick of who, Russ?
Rebecca.
Oh,
Hey, I wonder if
I don't need a pick of Rebecca. I've got hundreds. Well, not hundreds. I've got several.
I wonder if Al Forte will be there too.
Will he?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, I know Rebecca, so
I should send Al a message. I know he's on Russ Clarity's show right now.
Rebecca is an awesome artist in her own right. If you haven't, if you're not familiar with who Rebecca DeGroot is, look her up. She does some amazing. She's a wood turner. She's also an artist, a wood artist. She does some amazing walking turnings that just will blow your mind. She is a high school art teacher in Houston right now, originally from Michigan, and she's moving back to Michigan after the end of the school year, I understand.
What do you mean? Odessa's not too far away. People travel for wood shows all the time, Russ. I know people that live in California that go to Florida wood shows.
And that's Rebecca, like you'd normally spell it, DeGroot, DeGroot. Thank you, Mark. Just as I was spelling it, he put it in the chat.
I am the Groot. I'm sure she's heard that before too, though.
Mm-hmm. I said it to her last weekend.
Did you?
Yeah. I said, dang, I should have worn my t-shirt that's got like 9 different facial expressions, and every one of them says, I am Groot. She laughed.
Holy cow, look at that. She's making awesome progress. An hour and a half. She's almost done cutting that. Unbelievable.
She's kicking butt and taking names.
Geez, maybe I should try straight blades then.
Mark said, I can fly from Oregon to Atlanta for a woodworking show. Al can damn sure carry his butt from Odessa to Houston. Or he said, if I can.
Exactly. Yeah, Al says he's not going.
Says her son has that t-shirt. Yeah, I bought me one, and my wife one, and my daughter one, because we all love Groot. Ray said, this is no time to cut out, Robin. Shaylee said, I'm excited to meet Billy and Russ.
Al says it's 600 miles for him, so it's a little too far for him to go.
Nancy said Groot is on her list to crochet. That would be cute, Nancy.
I've seen some really cool crochet Groots. They're pretty awesome.
I've got a scroll saw pattern for Groot, for baby Groot, that I got from Dale. Can't remember his last name.
Kirkwood.
Yeah, overseas in England.
Oh, really? Yeah, same deal.
Yeah.
Mark says he wants to cut some coasters out of cookies, slice from a tree of them, and carve "I was Groot" into them.
That's cold. That's dark too.
She's still using her.
She's doing a hell of a job.
And she's still using her craft knife to get rid of her pieces out of there. That's funny.
My wife's watching over my shoulder. She's doing great. She's had one practice night cutting a few things on the saw and goes straight to something like this. Holy crap.
Racy's going to log off now. You guys and gals got to get ready for church in the morning. You'll have a blessed evening. Well, you too, Ray. Hope to see you later.
Ray, have a good night.
And go over those channels and like and subscribe and get those notifications. Hit that bell notification because I'm going to be start doing some more lives again. Because I should.
You should. Well, you've been so busy doing finish work. And Robin nodded her head yes, and in emphatic agreement. I could see it. And Robin, Shay says, "Go, Robin, go." That's RAYE, I believe, Shay, but that's okay. Or maybe RAE. I can't remember.
I believe it's RAE.
I think it is. My mind just went, nope, it's RAE, I think, Billy. The trickiest part is going to be cutting those fingers for her. But I was thinking, but the way she's zooming on this thing, maybe not. She might just, after she gets all the way around doing the stuff she's been doing, she's gotten the hang of it so good or so well, those fingers may not be much of an issue for her.
I think the biggest problem would be the curve. Oh no, she already cut that out. She already cut out the curve on the bottom of his cape there.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah, I was watching her. It's about 3/8 of an inch, I believe, Mark. It could be 1/2 inch. It was a cutting board from Dollar Tree.
Would you not be so rough? It hurts my arm.
That's what she said.
What's that?
What your wife just said. Don't be so rough. That hurts my arm.
Oh. John heard what you said, and he said, "That's what she said." She laughed. It's engineered bamboo, Mark. Like bamboo flooring, you know? Yeah, it probably is 3/8. But for $1 for the board, I mean, come on. That's not bad carving material. I may go to Dollar Tree.
I got a bunch of them from Jeff Murray because he works at the landfill, and he brought a whole bag over of like probably 7 or 8 of them. They have breadboard ends on them. They're the same sub bamboo that she's using right now. They got breadboard ends on them, but the problem is the breadboard ends actually came off because they didn't use a proper epoxy for them. But because bamboo's so porous as well.
Right.
But I just cut the ends of the bamboo end, the board end, breadboard ends off them anyway. Cut them the way they were. I cut a couple dragons in them. You know what? I actually don't have pictures of them because that was before I started doing everything. Doing all my videos and pictures and stuff.
Yeah, I may make a run to Dollar Tree or Dollar General and see what they got, because that's, and look how clean it's cutting.
Yeah, it's cutting really clean.
Those edges aren't going to need hardly any sanding at all, if any.
And I know if you're going to go to Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Dollarama, whatever, the dollar store, check in their cookware section as well,
Right.
because you can do some really cool in their wooden spoons. You can do some cool designs in the wooden spoons, and also their plastic cutting boards as well are about 3/8 inch thick. And they actually make nice backers for your woodcuts.
Yeah. Mark said, I hit the hardwood flooring suppliers for small pieces of hardwoods. I have to plane the grooves off the back, but I end up with a 5/8 inch thick stock for cheap. Yeah. A friend of mine put oak hardwood flooring in his whole house that he built, and he bought 2 boxes too many, and he gave it to me, and I've been using them. I plane the grooves off the back, and I've been using them for segmented bowls. It's, even though it's red oak, it's good stuff. And some of it's quarter sawn. So you get quarter sawn fleck in the ends. I mean, in the pieces that I turn. Looks really cool. He said they almost always have remnants in the bargain barrel. There's I can't remember if it's Lumber Liquidators or some other kind of flooring store just down the road from me. I may have to go check them out. Nancy said it's 3/8. She has the same boards, Mark.
Of course you would, Nancy.
Mark said I scored 300 square feet of walnut hardwood flooring for free. Wow.
Unbelievable.
No joke. I'd love to have that. I love turning walnut. It finishes so beautifully. Some friends remodeled their house, and I took the scrap before they hauled it off. I don't blame you. That's how I got all that Pecky cypress. Too bad it's not good for scrolling. There's Al. He said, wow, I had to come watch. Cool,
yeah,
Al.
because of when I was messaging him, I told him we were talking about him. And why he wasn't going to the Houston Wood Show.
You don't hear me and John, Al? Robin is muted. Mary said, not all Dollar Trees are equal. There's a good one at 410 in Marbach. Okay. I didn't realize you were here in San Antonio, Mary. Or did you look that up?
There you go, Al. Now you're going to get it.
What's this about you not going to the woodworking show in Houston? It says Mark. I think the one closest to me here is actually a Dollar General. I can't remember. It's either Dollar Tree or Dollar General. But that's where I go to get my they have bowls. I go to their kitchen area. They've got bowls made of HDPE, which is really good for casting resin in because nothing sticks to it. So I get their bowls for $1 each. And then if I end up breaking one or having to cut one off because I hot glued the blank into the bottom of it, which I did once, then it's no great loss. And I get a really good mold that I can use. for when I'm doing a hybrid casting with resin and wood. Mark said, if I can fly from Oregon to Atlanta, you can carry your hiney to Houston, LOL. Well, since I'm going to show this. This is the dragon that I finished mounting today. I stained the back and I stained the dragon yesterday. I cut it on my live night before last. Was that right?
Yep. Yeah, it was Thursday night, I believe. Al's asking, is Robin enjoying the scroll saw? As far as we know, she's loving it. This is actually her first full
Real
cut
project,
of a
right?
real pattern. Because when she unboxed it the other day, she basically just did a couple quick cuts. She did like a straight line, a curved line. She did a spiral, and that was it. So this is actually her first actual real project with the scroll
And
saw.
she cut out a house.
Oh yes, and oh yeah, well the house and her mushroom
And her
slash pumpkin
tree
slash
/
stewie
pumpkin
head.
/ stewie head. Yeah. Yep.
So since Halloween's coming up, she's on this little Halloween Harry Potter binge thing right now. So we figured out a couple of good patterns for her to start off with.
Oh, Mary's in Hondo. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
So we figured out a couple of good patterns for her to start off with, and the order that we figure she should cut them in to get some experience on her scroll saw.
It uses both, Larry. Yeah, I'm enjoying mine too, Al. In case you didn't notice. Thank you, Mary. The picture was kind of small, so you couldn't see some of the black highlights that I put in over the red on the dragon. But again, I should have done it with my airbrush. Now she's going back for the little details, says Mark. Yep.
Yeah.
Now she's doing the hand. Just take it easy and don't rush it, Robin. You're doing just fine. Al said, yes, I did notice. I watched you a bit while you cut the dragon and saw the end results too. Thank you, Al. Does that pattern have sticky backing or how does it stay on? Well, the pattern, Mary, is spray glued to press and seal. First, she put press and seal on the wood because it's kind of sticky in its own right. And then she spray glued the pattern to that because when you peel the press and seal off, it doesn't leave a residue on the wood like a spray glue would that you'd have to clean off.
Okay, Robin, hold on a sec. So I saw that your pattern is lifting off, but your hands are further away from the blade than what they need to be. So that's why your pattern started bouncing on you. So move your hands a little closer to the blade. Don't be afraid to get close to the blade and reapply your pattern down. Okay. But the closer your hands are to the blade, the more control you have on your wood piece from bouncing up and down. Okay. But
part of the reason her pattern's coming off, Mary, is because she didn't prep the blank fully the way John and I usually do because she didn't have the right grit sandpaper and she doesn't have any mineral spirits or paint thinner. But beside that, she's doing a great job.
Yeah, first project, she's doing awesome.
Yeah. Al says, yeah, and press down. Mark said, I haven't been able to try press and seal for V carving yet. I will after I move my CNC. It may work out real well for that. It does for me. I haven't tried it with my freehand router carved signs yet either, Mark, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, I was going to as well. I was going to try freehand router carving something.
Anyway, I said, Edith said you could also put it on a cracker and eat it. He said, oh, I have crackers. I can do that. So I guess he'll do that.
All right,
tomorrow.
time to check the chickens. I'll be right back.
All right, not a problem. I'll take care of the chat since nobody's talking right now.
Yeah.
I got the easy job.
Yep.
Everybody's going to comment something all at once right now.
The blade came out.
So you should have been checking your tightness on it every once in a while then, okay?
Oh, just a second. Oh, my legs.
And that's a small project. Wait till you get into something bigger with a lot more detail. You're there for hours upon hours.
Okay. Oh, this was loose. No wonder.
Yep.
Does it automatically do that?
No, see the thing is because of the vibration of your saw all the time, stuff's gonna loosen off. That's why every once in a while you just gotta recheck everything just to check your tightness on stuff. Hey Shay, welcome back.
Do I have to change the blade, or is it okay still?
Is it still sharp? It should still be sharp. You can still run your finger up it.
Yeah.
And it should still be good. Just make sure it's pointing downwards though.
Or is there something missing?
Is there a pin missing? Oh,
like
did you lose a pin?
Oh.
Is there a pin on there?
Well, look, there's one here.
Yeah.
But
and
not
one on the bottom,
yeah.
So it fell out. Okay,
Oh.
but the thing is, because your scroll saw uses pinned and unpinned blades, you can actually undo the bottom and slot that right in place.
So this part goes in the bottom?
No, your blade still has to point downwards.
Oh yeah, so this part goes at the top? What?
As long as your blade is still pointing down, that's the only thing that matters.
So, but it doesn't have to be in the thing? Where's the piece?
It's on the floor.
Oh, okay.
You'll find it after. Okay, so
I can just...
it's going to go in the exact same way, only instead of the pin end going underneath of it, you're going to just tighten it up enough so that your blade will go into the slot into it.
So I'm putting this part here in the top part?
As long as your blade as long as your blade still points downwards.
Yeah. I think it does.
Did she break a blade?
No, she didn't break a blade, but the bottom pin came off of it.
Came out?
Yeah. But because she can use pin and unpin blades, flat blades, it'll still be able to go into her holder. But her blade didn't break.
Oh, okay. And Shay said she's going to need the tool to tighten it.
Yeah, so either your flathead screwdriver or your Allen key head.
Oh.
That came with the saw.
Which you probably don't know where it is right now, do you?
No, I think I do. I didn't put it far because I knew I might need it.
Now, Al's asking if your blade actually broke or just the pin came out of it.
I think it's okay. I don't know.
Okay, we can see the end that has the pin in it. Show us the bottom end now. Okay, so
Oh, it broke off.
your pin end actually broke off,
Right.
but
Okay.
you should still be able to put it into the clamp end of your blade holder.
Okay. So this way, right?
As long as your blade is pointing downwards. That's the only thing that really matters.
Okay. So what do I do now? Undo this part?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
what do I need this for?
To tighten it on the bottom because you won't. I'm not sure why. Tell her, Shay.
Yeah, Shay, tell her why.
Tell me, Shay.
I don't have that saw.
Yeah, can't I just change the blade?
Yeah, you can put a new blade in, but if the blade is still good, you can just still use the same blade.
Shay said, "Does she not have more blades?"
Yeah.
Now, just because your pin is missing off the bottom does not mean your blade is no good anymore. You can still
Correct.
use the blade. That's what we're saying.
Okay.
It's your choice. You can either try to put it in and
I'll try and put it in. Why not?
she said the Ryobi will slip if you don't use the tool. Where does she use the tool, Shaylee? On the hand knob, the little whatever that
Does
shape
it go
is.
here?
No, I
I
don't
feel
think.
like it fits right in that hole.
Yeah, but that's to take your blade holder off, though.
Right. Did it fit in that side you just tried?
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently, you can't get it tight enough by hand, so you have to use the wrench, I'm guessing.
Oh.
So when you put the blade in the clamp in the bottom, or run the blade through the saw, hook it in the top, and when you slide it into position in the bottom, instead of using your hand to tighten that knob, put the Allen wrench in it and tighten it that way.
Yeah, but I won't be able to put it in the bottom because the thing's gone. Right?
Yeah, you can. Because it's
How? It won't reach.
it doesn't reach.
No, look. Wait.
It should reach. You have to push. Remember how you had to push down on the saw to put?
Yeah.
On the arm to get the blade in. Push down on the arm, and it'll reach. Or pull up on the bottom one, or both.
Yes, Shay says if it's pinless, use the tool.
But how's it going to stay in if...
Did you loosen the bottom one where it broke from?
No, but I mean...
Well, you need to loosen it first.
Okay.
And if the pin end is still in there, you probably want to knock that out. Use one of your small jeweler screwdrivers to do it.
I don't see anything in there.
It would be under the clamp. Shaylee said, tilt your table. That's the easy way to get in there. Not like that.
Well, I know.
She didn't say not tilt the saw. Undo the hand.
Okay, yeah.
Undo the hand thing at the front and tilt the table.
Well, Do I have to change that thing again?
No, you just
No.
have to take it back to 0. Remember, we set the
Yeah.
Yeah, we set it to 0 for a reason, so that when you do a table change, you can set it back to 0 again.
That's why we went through those setup steps.
And so now she's focusing her rating using that
Oh, yeah. I guess that would make more sense, eh?
The problem was my two models.
Shay, why weren't you here the first time? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Does that make it easier?
Yeah. But
Now,
I don't
could you-
see anything in there.
Well, if there's nothing in there, it flew out. I don't know how, but it.
Okay, so now what do I do? Put it back?
Put the bottom of the blade in the slot.
Yeah, but it doesn't go that far.
Push down on the arm.
Wouldn't it be easier to put the bottom in first and push it down for the top end?
There's
I don't-
nothing there for the bottom end, though. There's no like
It
thing.
should be because there's not that much of the blade missing.
But what I'm saying is, how is that going to go into the bottom if there's no like thing?
Pin?
Robin, you can put non-pin blades in there because what you're tightening screws down onto the blade like this.
It squishes the blade in place.
Right. It squishes on the sides of the blade.
Okay.
And if you don't want to mess with it until you get more used to it,
Yeah.
just put a new blade in.
Yeah. Which way do I turn it again? Towards me?
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
Yeah. To tighten it though?
Clockwise.
Oh yeah, okay. Towards me.
Chris Nealon said it's a clamp, LOL.
I feel like it's not going to stay in there.
Did you tighten it with the wrench?
Well, no.
It's not going to stay in if you don't tighten it with the wrench.
Maybe I should just use another blade. I feel
That
like
would-
I'm not going to
Yep,
be able
yep,
to
that's
do
a good
this.
idea.
Good idea. That's the easy way. Remember, use the 18 teeth per inch.
Yeah, well, don't forget, I started this COVID kit and I couldn't go you could do things.
Because that's your smallest blade.
I haven't played I didn't play. I didn't think I played the morning on purpose, so I haven't played in 2 days.
Hello,
Hey.
Fiebing.
Flavor Fave!
I always mispronounce that, I think.
Just call her Flavy.
She's changing a blade, Fabby.
I don't know if they do or not. I don't know if they have any.
Well, Fabi, we're gonna get her to stand up so you can see her butt in a second, so that's okay. 'Cause we know how much you like to see Robin's butt.
Yeah, I think she made that comment at one point,
Yeah, last
or
show.
something to that effect.
If I see your butt one more time,
That's what she said.
I don't know if she had any, but maybe because it's your game, maybe just you can. I don't know. But I don't even know what's going to check to see.
But Fabby's Robin has been doing really, really well.
How do I get it in again? The top part?
push your blade, push your arm down.
Yeah.
As long as your tension is off of it, push your arm down. It should pop in. If it doesn't go in, you don't have enough tension off of it yet.
That was the problem a while ago too. Yeah, see, it would have gone into the bottom. You just weren't loose enough. I almost made a comment after I said that, but I'm not going to do it.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked you didn't say.
What?
I'm shocked you didn't say something.
Well, I was going to say, said no man ever.
Yeah, Al says that Robin Blader sheep, you can get them in lots of 12 or in lots of 144. My favorite. Yes, Al, but since she's just starting out.
Right. Fabi said no. I said, please, no more butt. Hers.
Now I got to put the thing at 0 again.
That's easy to do though.
Yeah, you just tilt it until the arrow is pointing at the 0, and Bob's your uncle.
And then tighten it back up.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's too bad because that's what needs to happen. What that means is
Fabi said, Robin's a pro already. She got this. All right. Put your blade
put your throat
insert back in.
Your
Throat
throat
insert
back in.
Oh yeah.
and tighten your tension.
Shouldn't that rotate 90 degrees?
Uh-huh. You got it backwards.
Yep. The other 90 degrees. Now turn 180.
There you go.
No, it goes the other way. Keep going. Keep going. There you go, right there.
Oh, there. Push it down so it's flat.
Should drop right in place. Yep.
There you go.
Now ting your blade. Ting, ting, ting. Keep tightening it while you're tinging it with your other hand. There you go.
Fabi, she's been cutting out Harry Potter Dementor. And she's doing an excellent job. She's nearly done. She's working on the fine details of the hands right now.
This comes in handy. It's not good for glue, but
silicone glue mat.
Her silicone glue mat she uses to grab hold of the knob.
That sounds bad too.
Because she don't have enough lead in her pencil.
Does it sound okay?
That sounds perfect.
Okay. I won't stand up. I'll have to.
Mark said we got to get her a tuner so she can make sure it's at the right pitch.
Sorry, Fabi.
Yes, Dementor. Oh, hello.
Oh, there goes her phone.
I fall down.
I think she caught it with her headset.
No. Oh, where is it? Where is it?
It's. I think it's behind your desk. It's dark. It's dark.
I don't know. It's someplace dark.
Someplace dark. Follow the cord down.
I'm scared of the dark.
See right there. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on.
Oh, I can see light. I can see more light now.
Fabi said, "Oh my God, are you okay?" It wasn't Robin that fell; it was the phone.
Hang on.
There you go.
Whew. Now I can breathe easy again.
I'll be
Yes,
right back.
we fell into the Dementor, Fabi.
Just a second.
Robin's got to go to the little scroller's room, I think. LaPortia said, Don't ever drop me. Oh no, that's Fabby said that. LaPortia said the Dementor made her do it.
Oh, Al, she might go change. We never know.
You never know about Robin. But no, I think she's going to the little scroller's room. I'll let Ben and Over applied some pressure.
The little scroller's room. Oh my.
Russ said, good thing her pants are black.
I think we're having a pretty good show so far, actually.
We are having a really good show so far. Mark said they were green before, Russ. Wow, 17 in the chat. 17 watching. That's good.
Yes. Hey, Teresa. How's it going, girl? Haven't seen you in a while.
Hello, Teresa.
And if nobody knows, that's Russ Meadows' best half.
Better half. Yes.
The best half.
Exactly. She said, Rusty, you're gross.
No, she's getting in trouble for scrolling so much now.
Yeah. Tell him to leave you alone.
Yes, Fabi, we're gonna get her to show us her progress what she got so far.
Al said if she comes back though and she has changed, well, I was right. LaPortia says it looks great, Fabi.
Okay, I'm back.
Russ said there she goes following me again.
So Robin, everybody
Russ's
wants
wife,
to see your
Teresa is in, and they want to see your progress.
everybody wants to see your progress so far.
Here it is so far.
All right, John, I couldn't shut up.
Show us the backside.
That is awesome.
There we go. Look at that.
Oh my gosh. That's looking great. Got around the head off a little bit, but that's one of the details you saved, isn't it?
Yeah, and down here too.
Yeah. Piece of cake.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
Okay,
What time is it anyway?
Keep on keeping
How long
on.
have we been on? Oh, 2 hours. Wow. Okay.
Fabi said, oh, that's sweet. Mark said, working it.
And she didn't even change. Imagine that.
No, and Al, you were wrong. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, Fabi, watch her from the beginning. It was a full pattern.
No, that we did not mail it to her. You're going to have to watch it because she's kicking butt on this thing.
Yeah, Mark says it's only 10 after 8. We got lots of time.
Yeah, and I still have 18 hours.
She's talking about free StreamYard time there. Al said, oh, well, I'm wrong. Won't be the last time.
Wait, is this Robin's 24-hour live?
No, she's only been going at it about 2 hours, which isn't bad considering the progress she's got made. I think she's doing a hell of a job. I'm very impressed. Very pleasantly surprised.
It came out.
What came out?
Her
The
blade.
blade.
Oh,
Now, did you
didn't-
have it tightened up top and bottom though?
Oh, I thought it did.
you might not have. You might want to use the wrench instead of your fingers.
Okay.
Maybe not.
You're gonna have to, remember, tilt the blade again. I mean, the table again, because it made it easy.
Where is the blade? Oh, yeah, I see it. Oh, I broke both things this time.
Really,
Yeah.
it was tight enough. That's not the issue. Maybe it was too tensioned. You might have had it too tight.
It's like watching a Nick show where he tightens it up, and just as he gets to the right tightness, it breaks on him.
Mm-hmm.
No. What happened?
Oh, I missed a comment, Mark. So LaPortia said maybe put black gauze over the top when you're totally done with sanding.
Yeah, that'd be
Oh.
cool.
Yeah, Mark said now the black gauze is a cool idea. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Fabi says, Robin, are you in the zone?
I mean, I was before. Now I'm in the. I wish this would work zone.
Shaylee said, Robin will get over the changing clothes now. She'll be wearing leather soon.
I'll be wearing sawdust. Is this the right one? I feel like that's not
Fabi
the
said,
right
yes,
one.
maybe. It sounded tight because I would know after hours of watching you dudes.
That's funny, Fabi.
Oh, I trust that one. They're all like going in together.
Oops.
Yeah, I'll send you some of my flat spirals.
You might want to,
This one's bent. Do you think that'll make a difference?
let me see. That could weaken it, but it should be okay. It's not that big a bend.
Should I trust it though?
It's up to you.
Me too.
You've got plenty.
Gotta be more careful.
Can I try a different one?
What, you mean a little
A
bigger?
bigger blade.
Yeah, go to the 15 TPI.
Yeah.
Don't get to the biggest one, though. That's only 7 or 8.
Mark says he likes a woman in leather. It's not only sexy, but she has that new car smell. No,
Fabi said
Bob.
flats. No.
No, Fabi. My flat-ended spirals, they don't have pin ends on them.
Mine don't either.
How's your pattern coming along, Herb?
Too bad.
Fabi said, I'm calling Linda.
Yeah.
Okay, when you get it tight with your hand, that's good enough.
Yeah. Well, Well, you're going to be up early too.
Well, Herb, I know you were working on The Witch. 2 witches and a werewolf, wasn't it?
Mhm. Well, yep. Well, wait till when you go to bed last, put him down.
That should be good.
Like, if you stay up till midnight, and he come up till you go to bed, but put him out to go to the bathroom.
Well, crapola. I knocked my phone in the floor. Oy vey.
That might help.
You sound like Robin trying to bend over.
Yeah, well, I'm fat.
What? I can bend over fine. It's just when I'm sitting here for 2 hours.
All my dinner went up my throat.
Gross.
Okay, now test your
Don't knock over the camera.
test your pitch.
Oh, yeah. Does that sound good?
That does. Right there's good enough. Which is why I wear slip-ons these days, Mark. He said, "You sound like me trying to tie my shoes." Yeah, I don't wear lace-up shoes anymore.
All right, Fabi, take care. See you later.
Night,
Have a
Fabi.
good night.
She said, "Great job, Robin. Have a good night, everyone. Behave. I'll catch the replay."
Hey, Fabi, here's her butt again.
Fabi's always telling me to behave, and there was Robin's butt.
Don't fail.
You tell it.
Mhm.
Mark said I'm in flip-flops most of the time. I hate flip-flops. I mean, I have sandals, but they don't have that thing between the toes. I hate that thing between your toes. Oh, it just drives me nuts. And here we go.
So I think she's going to try and gauge her timings on these now.
Maybe. Fabi didn't say goodnight to me. I'm crushed. Oh, no, that she did. Sorry.
Must be nice, Billy.
She
Oh, there
what?
we go. 1 Zito.
One Cito.
1
So
Zito. Thank you
she's
very
always
much,
telling me
Fabi.
to behave. I don't understand why.
You're a bad influence, Billy.
Probably. Mark says that was my normal attire in Hawaii: shorts, t-shirt, flip-flops. I still have diagonal stripes on my feet from them. Well, that's my normal attire here: shorts, t-shirts, and either sandals or. Do you want to fight, Billy? No, ma'am.
You want to fight,
Not
Billy?
at all. No, I do not. And I wear sandals in the house, but I always shop shoes when I go to the shop.
Yeah, the last time I wore sandals, I was at the beach, and that was in 99. And the only time I'll wear thongs on my feet is if I'm wearing thongs on my butt, which you'll never see happen either.
That's the only time I would wear them as well. And the same goes for me. Night, Fabi. No, I do not want to fight. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Mark says, I have a pair of old slip-on Oxfords for working in the shop. I have 2 pair of Merrill work shoes, but I don't wear them much.
Bobby, thought you were going to bed.
Apparently I made Fabi sick.
No, I think I did too.
Oh. Oh, about the thong thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll never see me in a Speedo either. Shaylee said she's thinking about getting work boots. You'll just fill them with sawdust, Shaylee.
Or like a good set of Timberlands, because then you look cool still. I know. Do you guys got Mark's Work Warehouse down there, down the states?
Whose?
Mark's Work Warehouse.
Not that I'm aware of, but that may just be down here.
Might just be a Canadian store. So they actually have pink work boots for girls.
Fabi says she was going to bed, but now she's going to have nightmares about me and you and thongs.
Nice. Oh my God.
Steve Nealon said, yeah, Shay, that's what you need, more boots. Mark says, guys, when you try on a swimsuit, look in the mirror. If you can't tell what color the suit is from the front, you need a bigger swimsuit. True that.
Mary, yes, I'm in Canada. We had a discussion before, I think. I'm in Grand Prairie, Alberta. Grande Prairie, Alberta.
Shaylee said, my shoes are getting sawdust now and my feet keep cramping, so maybe better support. Maybe.
Honestly, Shay, I wear Dr. Scholl's running shoes that I got at Walmart.
And she says, well, not hooker boots, just work boots. God, Shaylee.
Well, she's got to get them thigh-high boots to keep the sawdust from going down the holes in her pants.
Exactly. Mark says flip-flops, Shay, trust me. No, I don't like wearing my sandals out in the shop because inevitably sawdust kicks up in under my feet, in between my feet and the sandals, and it drives me bonkers.
All right.
Fabi said, okay, for real. Good night this time. Bye. Night, Fabi.
Well, also part of the problem of working the shop when you're working with a lathe is dropping something on your toes. Have you ever dropped a tool
like one of my gouges or my skew?
Yeah, like
yes.
Do you wear steel toe boots in the shop?
I do not wear steel toed boots in the shop, but I wear good quality leather shoes, and I have dropped a skew on my toe.
Oh.
It did not penetrate, thank God. It's sharp enough to, but it didn't. Shaylee said, thigh-high boots are only knee-high to me. That's true, because your legs are like 8 feet long, Shaylee.
Yeah, because of her gangly legs.
Mark says, kick them off. No, see, you don't understand. I don't even go barefoot in my house. I don't like the bottoms of my feet dirty. There's something, I didn't like going barefoot when I was a kid. There's something about it just bugs me, always has.
I always have at least one pair of socks on, if not two. All the time. Well, see, Mark, the Okay, so he says, okay, a lathe or table saw, no flip flops, but the scroll saw. See, but the thing is, for me, being in my shop, I'm not always at my scroll saw. I'm at my planer. I'm at my table saw. I'm at my miter saw, and I always got a craft knife somewhere, and it's usually vibrating off my table. Hello, Martha. Welcome to the Good Time Robin
Martha
Scrolling
Hamilton
Show.
is in. Hello, Martha.
Steve says, I work shop barefoot, but I'm young enough to hang out my tools.
Steve. Mark says, okay, a lathe or table saw, no flip flops, but at the scroll saw, yeah. I got to tell you, since I hooked the dust collector up to the bottom underneath my scroll saw, that's the cleanest tool in my shop. Seriously, the dust collector gets it all.
Well, Teresa, you also got to realize that it's like 44 degrees here in the morning. What was it? Yesterday afternoon, it got up to 82, but it was 44 in the morning. So just to let you know, the temperature ranging here.
Young men, says Martha. I'm older than you think. I know I don't act it, but I'm older than you think.
Yeah, she says hers does too when she turns her dust. Yeah, when you turn your dust collector on. I can't remember that. Like the table under my scroll saw, like my dust collection tube under my scroll saw is so full of sawdust. I bet you it's probably 2 feet full of sawdust at the top end of it because I haven't turned it on in forever.
Because you haven't turned it on in a long time. Teresa said, oh my gosh, I was out this afternoon looking at alligators in the swamp.
Yeah, I was out in my backyard this afternoon looking at the birds fly, watching the geese fly south. So it's a whole different, even though we're talking at the same time right now, Teresa, it's a whole different climate thing because you're how far away is he? I think you're like a 28-hour drive for me to get down to where you are.
Yes, we are in Texas, Mary.
Mark, see, this is a discussion I was having with you this afternoon. So he says he actually got sawdust on his brand new floor today when he was making baseboard moldings. And I corrected you, and if you notice the spelling mark, I put MOULD. Whereas because moldings, baseboard moldings is with a U, actually, believe it or not, and mold, like you see in blue cheese, is with MOLD. And that's why I made that comment about hopefully it's not black, right? So I was just joking about your spelling, and I understand how you Americans don't like to have the letter U in your words, but sometimes it needs to be there.
Teresa said, oh, I know. I was born in Wisconsin, and it's totally different there, too.
Wisconsin. That's still down south, though, isn't it?
South of who?
I don't know. Where is Wisconsin?
It's just south of.
Is it south of Montana?
No, it's just east of South Dakota.
Oh, okay.
And south of Illinois, I think, isn't it?
So still not as far as the border.
No.
Still warm. Al.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a desert
dessert
here.
there. I heard the guys talking about it. It's hot and humid here. Be prepared for 100 plus weather. Yeah, it's near that, but my shop is heated and air conditioned, thank goodness. So it's been comfortable for me out there.
Steve says Wisconsin shares a border with Canada. So that would be Manitoba then, probably Saskatchewan.
Oh, is it up that far?
No, whoa, that's way over there. No, it doesn't.
Nancy said her niece just moved to Wisconsin from South Florida.
Oh, I suppose it
She's
does.
getting her master's.
It does share a border with Canada.
Hmm.
It's in like way over in Ontario because it basically it's got the two Great Lakes on either side of it. Minnesota's
Right.
beside it.
I
That's
guess it
way-
is as tall as North and South Dakota, so it is up.
That's
Yeah,
way out, but yeah, because it's beside Minnesota.
yeah.
That's way out east though.
Mark says, so if you drove down to Texas, John, set your watch ahead an hour and your calendar ahead 150 years.
I don't know. I think I would just put a gun belt on, some chaps, and a hat, a cowboy hat. I'll fit right in.
Yeah. Shaylee said, yeah, I wear them in the shop every day. Shaylee said, ugh, I'm wearing holy jeans. That means you're getting sawdust in your jeans now, Shaylee. Looking good, Robin.
Midwest. How's Wisconsin Midwest?
It's all considered the Midwest. All that part of the country, Wisconsin, Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, that's all considered part of the Midwest.
That's east. That's not even close to being west yet.
It's Midwest. It's called the Midwest because when everybody was moving west from the original Eastern colonies or states,
Really?
it was we're going west.
Well,
And so it became the Midwest.
See, because I would consider the Dakotas, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas Midwest because it's in
Texas
the middle.
Texas is southwest.
But it's in the middle of the country, which is the middle line, right? That would be Midwestern. Like Colorado, Wyoming would be Midwest, and then Arizona, but then California, Nevada, Oregon, Washington is west.
Yeah, the Midwest is that largely most of the grain belt, sort of.
See, that's still, I don't know, that's still east.
It starts in Ohio.
Good thing Fiebing went to bed. You think a thong was bad? Imagine Billy in his shorts and chaps.
Who said that? Wait.
Mark Lindsay.
Mark. Yeah.
That's one of the village people, isn't it?
Well, if I'm going to wear my motorcycle chaps out into the shop, I usually won't have anything else on.
Well, see, Teresa, because when we refer to
that's a joke, people.
When we refer to the provinces in Canada, Ontario is central, which is right above Florida, right? Everything east of Ontario is east, and then you got the prairies, and then western is Alberta and BC, which is the Rocky Mountains, which is the Rockies, and then basically everything north is the three territories above us by Alaska.
My wife gave me a dirty look when I said that, by the way. Mark said, excuse me while I go gouge my eyes.
My mind's eye.
Oh, my mind's, yeah. I probably couldn't even get my motorcycle chaps on anymore.
Shoot
Dang it.
me.
But I don't need them down here anyway. It's too damn hot.
And get some more blue roses. Not anymore. I'm trying to still grow my own. These are just, I have plenty from Barbara. Look. Used to redo all my flowers and put them all in certain places. I got a purple.
If you got that clamp tight, Robin, you don't have to hold it. You can keep both hands on the wood. She is cooking with gas, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mark says, isn't that foot supposed to stay loose to keep a bit of pressure on the wood?
Yeah, just keep a bit of pressure on it.
Mm-hmm.
But since this is her first
She was
time
doing it.
scrolling,
She was doing it that way for a while. She had it completely loose so that just the weight of the foot was helping keep the wood down. She's having to hold her saw to keep it from sliding when she makes some of her cuts. I don't know if the saw is sliding on the table or the table sliding on the floor, but she needs to fix that. She probably needs to screw or clamp that saw to the table.
Yep.
That'll help quieten it down too. Mark said, I thought that was the way it was supposed to be used. Maybe I was doing it wrong all these years. I don't know, Mark. First thing I did when I put a piece of wood and on my new scroll saw was take that foot off and set it to the side. It just gets in my way.
There you go, Mark. That'll fix you up. But since this is her first project, she's still getting used to the saw. Because as we can see, she still doesn't know how to change her blade quick yet.
It's time to introduce her to Harbor Freight. She can get a clamp or two while she's heading to Dollarama.
Yeah,
Y'all
so
don't have Harbor Freight up there, do you?
No, we don't have a Harbor Freight. And I know out east here we have, it's called Princess Auto, which is closely related to your Harbor Freight down there. So we got Princess Auto and Busy Bee Tools. They actually sell a lot more brand name stuff, but are at Harbor Freight pricing. And because they're basically like overstock.
Yeah.
And
they're like last year's models and stuff.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the
nothing
closest
wrong
thing
with
we
that.
have. But that's only out last year. I don't know what they have out east where she is. Yeah, see, like a lot of scrollers, like me, I when I first got my EX, I pulled I didn't even put the blade foot down on it, so that's hilarious.
Robin, did
Mark.
you put the cap back on that glue? Okay. Just I didn't see you, so I didn't know. Just checking.
But when she gets more confident, you know she's going to take that foot off and have her fingers right at the blade like we always do. Well, like
Yeah.
I do.
Well, especially when the table quits moving on her, or when the saw quits moving on her. I mean, 'cause
Yeah,
right
I'm
now
thinking-
she's having to hold the saw.
I'm thinking
She
what
really
she's.
needs.
I'm thinking she's going to find it easier that if she rotates the saw to the corner of the table, then she can straddle the table
Right.
like between her legs, and the saw will be at the corner of the table. Then she can clamp that her saw to the table easier.
Right. Something that might help if it's the saw that's sliding on the table.
Rubber
is
feet
that,
as well.
Or not just rubber feet. That thick perforated shelf liner that you can get nearly anywhere, even Dollar Tree or Dollarama, even
Dollarama has it.
that rubber, that thick rubber shelf liner that's got the holes in it. Just cut a piece of that and put under the saw. It ain't going anywhere.
Yep, that's actually what I use for when I'm sanding my scroll saw stuff,
Yep.
because it gives it enough thickness and cushion that I put it on there. My scroll
Yep.
piece doesn't move around, and I can use my random orbit air sander
Yeah.
over it. It doesn't break anything.
I buy that stuff by the roll and put it down on my workbench, and that's what I use for my sanding pad. I put it under everything I'm sanding because they don't move.
You know where she went, right?
She went to the little scroller's room.
Nope, I think she went to go grab some shelf line, some of that matte stuff.
Oh. If she's got some.
Oh, she probably has some. She probably has lots of it. She's probably got a 4-foot roll of it. See?
Oh. There you go.
As she knocks the table and wrecks her piece, right?
Nah.
I forgot to ask.
Mark said he uses carpet padding for sanding mat.
Like
She's
underlay?
collecting that carpet pad. Yeah, I'm guessing. Is that a trash bag you're putting all that in?
No, it's a reusable store bag.
Why would you use that instead of a trash bag? I might want to use those scraps for a project sometime. That's going to help a ton, I bet you, Robin. Did she just belch?
I don't know. She's
No, I meant. Oh, was that her? She's been
No,
dreaming lately.
No, she's muted. What are you talking about? Robin's muted. I didn't hear her belch.
Our Shih Tzu's crop dusting Norma.
Nice.
She said, "Gross." Oh, he said it absorbs the vibration from the sander. No squigglies. Mark did. That rubber mat that I'm using does too. Did that help, Robin? She nodded her head, yes.
I hope she ends soon. I gotta get going inside.
See, now you got more control because you can hang onto the piece with both hands and not have to worry about hanging onto the saw. Look at those intricate cuts she's making.
Yep, pretty awesome.
Mark said, just know that you'll have to hose that mat off on occasion because of the sawdust, Robin. Mary said, I'm going to have to get off. Robin, great job. Good night, everyone. Good night, Mary.
Thanks for hanging out with us, Mary. Appreciate it.
She did it again. The dog, it is.
No, I know. I can hear.
Go away. You stink.
She's making her cleanup cuts.
Do you think I should cut any more?
Yeah, try to make the head a little more round.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because right now it looks like the top of a coffin.
Okay.
So just round those corners off.
I'm done. I think I'm ready to go to bed. Tomorrow's church. Church tomorrow.
Oh, LaPortia said, good night, everyone. Awesome job, Robin. Ooh, I fall down. Night, LaPortia. Robin, we can't see. We fall down, go boom. Yeah, just little nibbles to round it off, and you're good. Mark said that blade's a bit tight. I mean, a bit wide for tight inside cuts, but outside cuts should be okay. Yep. Now, if you wanted to spend 30, 40 minutes sanding those corners round with sandpaper, you could do that too. But I find it easier just to knock them off with the saw.
All right, Larry. Good night.
Oh, he was saying goodnight to La Portia.
Oh, sorry. I thought he was going to go create it at night. In bed.
Mark said next you'll want a disc sander and a narrow belt sander and an oscillating spindle sander and ...
Well, but before Billy got on here, we're talking about resawing pallet boards with a bandsaw and then a planer.
Mm-hmm.
Shay says she got one firefighter done.
Firefighter done. Cool.
Good job, Shay.
Is that better?
Looks great.
It's okay, or
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah.
it looks fine now?
Yeah.
I think I'm done.
Honestly, for your first project, that's pretty awesome.
You said you think you're done? Turn it back around. Oh, yeah, that looks great.
I thought it would be easier, but it was actually pretty hard, like down here, you know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but Robin,
well,
it's your first project.
Yeah.
Not only that, but that bamboo, because it's got so much resin in it.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard stuff.
Should I take this off now? Or should I leave it on to know where to put like the detail or whatever?
Well, if you leave it on, how are you going to put the detail on?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, fine.
Peel it right off, but you don't have to throw it away. You can just keep it, but just refer to your picture.
Right.
Now, LaPortia was saying earlier, or was it LaPortia or Nancy? Put some black cheesecloth on it to make it look like an actual cloak.
Or black gauze, yeah.
Black gauze, yeah.
You'll remind me that, right? When I'm
Oh yeah,
do it.
For sure.
Shaylee said looks great. Mark says if you like it, it looks great. Mark says he doesn't call it a planer; he calls it his eraser.
Yeah.
Larry said it looks great. You like it backwards better?
I like it that way better.
Well, that's fine. You can do it either way you want. It doesn't matter.
Maybe because like on this side you can see some cuts that I did, but here you can't. You know, it looks more clean.
Yeah, Norma said it looks good.
Thanks.
That looks awesome for your first project.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely. Mark said it looks great as it is.
Look how dusty you are.
Dust all over her pants.
Just a second.
Mark said you'll get used to it. You'll even get better with time and experience. Yep. Steve Nealon says looks good, Robin, and unlike John, you actually finished it.
Oh my God, Steve. I could have cut it at the same time as her. but honestly, that would not be fair to her.
There you go. I hate
Larry
being
said
big.
she made sawdust. Yay.
Whoa, the
Mark
chat's
said,
going
hold on
too.
there, Steve. It's not quite finished yet. Nope. She's got to decorate it.
Just got to throw some paint on it.
Or some black gauze or
I'm sure you guys will have an opinion what I should do with it.
Oh no.
well, LaPortia's idea of the black gauze wasn't bad.
Yeah, the black gauze would
but
be an awesome idea.
What you could do, I'm gonna go a step further with the black gauze idea. You know how you got the detail lines in for like the wrinkles of the cloth and stuff in the original picture?
Yeah.
Well, if you put black gauze, if you glue black gauze down to it, but wrinkle it up in those places,
Mhm.
yeah, just take some black gauze and glue onto it and wrinkle it up in those places. There's your detail. And once you get it glued down, just trim all the edges away.
Mm-hmm.
And boom.
Yeah. That'd be good, eh?
That's one way. You know, like the folds of, well, like this shirt, you know, where the wrinkles are here and then here. You could do that with the gauze to go along with the detail in the picture.
Where would I get black gauze from?
You go to Shoppers Drug Mart or you go to Dollarama or Dollar Tree, in their food section. You get cheesecloth.
Okay.
You take cheesecloth and you spray paint it black,
or dye it black with
or
red
dye
dye.
it black, and then you dip it in glue like decoupage and put it on.
Mm-hmm.
And then fold it and crease it and let it dry.
I'm just writing this down.
Mark said she'll have a big gold robin hanging in the background in no time.
Exactly.
Yeah, my logo.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it for my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up if you liked it. I want to thank John and Billy for helping me. They're really great teachers. And yeah, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
My pleasure.
Not a problemo.
Plus, it was fun, too.
Larry said black gauze or black lace.
My chat is going like crazy.
Oh, you should have lots of black lace in your dresser.
Anyways.
Al said, awesome, great job, Robin's buys and DIYs.
Thank you.
Mark said, most of all, Robin, have fun with it. Oh, you can read your own chat now. What am I doing?
No, I can't. It's like flicking up and down and it's showing me all this old chat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because she hasn't renewed it on her screen.
Oh.
Remember, practice, practice, practice.
Yeah,
yep.
For sure.
And you know what the best way to practice is? Cut projects.
Yep.
Cut projects. Try different blades. Try different speeds. Try different woods. Try different materials.
I want to try that truck next.
The what?
The truck.
The truck.
Oh.
The one I showed you. This one.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. I saw your little truck. Yes.
Yeah.
That'll be an easy one.
You think?
Depends how much detail you want to put into it.
Well, I told her if she didn't want to scroll all those black lines, well, she needs a spiral blade first before she can do that.
Yeah.
I said with the blade she's using now, she could do the perimeter and the interior windows, and that's about it.
Anyway. Well, I wanted to put it on this thing, but John suggested that I just leave this thing like it is and just like scroll around the leaves and the
that would be cool too.
And the the saying
and
here.
The letters. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That's already an instant pattern.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think it's ugly.
Mark said, and remember, it's supposed to be fun. Relax.
Yeah. I did have fun.
Hal said,
I
try
had
anything
fun.
you want.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to say bye now. So thanks for coming, everyone.
Not everybody.
Craft away.